notice there's water staining on the stucco above the upper roof, above the entry, and actually there's water staining around most perimeters of the home from the lack of gutters and downspouts. The water shed from the roof is depositing and backsplashing against the stucco. So you'll see me recommending to you that you add gutters and downspouts on all the roof shed elevations that are not presently gutted. Presently, the only guttering system is over on the west side of the home, so it wouldn't be terribly expensive to have some gutters and downspouts added onto the roof. Presently, the water staining is cosmetic. It really would be more to protect the stucco and to prevent the water from accumulating next to the foundation. In the hall section of my report, you'll see me mentioning that the carpeting on the floors in most rooms in the home is heavily stained. I don't think that much of the carpeting can be salvaged. I think it's going to be necessary to re-carpet the home. I'm also going to note just generically that the home needs repainting. I know there's a lot of areas where the walls are dirty and scuffed and the paint isn't completed. Both halls, upper and lower, are actually in good condition. The smoke detectors were tested. They all work perfectly fine. In the bedroom section of my report, you'll see me mention that the blinds that are installed on the single hung windows have cords that hang down. That is now considered to be a potential hazard. The Consumer Product Safety Commission is recommending that all window or door coverings with blinds with cords that hang down be removed. You'll see me recommend that that be done. The living room is in good condition. The dining room is in good condition. The kitchen was inspected, and I noted there's a small leak from the sprayer head at the kitchen sink faucet. You'll see me recommend that we get somebody out here to either replace or repair that faucet. At the time of the inspection, the gas was turned off at the gas meter, so I was unable to evaluate the range oven, the furnace, or the water heater for operation. I'll be recommending San Diego Gas and Electric come down and light the pilots and test all the appliances. They do that for free and recommend that you have that done on an annual basis. The garage was inspected and found to be in good condition. I did note there's a padlock on the overhead garage door, so I was unable to open the garage door. And I also noted that I was unable to locate the remote control for the overhead garage door opener. So you're probably going to have to replace the remote controls. Let's go to the patio for a minute. This door would be the sliding glass door from the dining room coming out. And if you'll notice, there's some little inlets in the bottom of the landing, the stoop, in front of the sliding glass door that are for some little step lights. Over at the corner, there's wiring for a low voltage transformer for the step lights. And then I'll also note that the face of the landing isn't completed. It looks to me like they were going to plan on putting some tiles or something on the face of that. Now on the patio, when I was looking around, I noticed there isn't any visible drain inlets. We've recently had a significant amount of rain, which one would reasonably expect that there'd be water ponding on the patio if there was a drainage problem. But in that there's no gutters and downspouts on most elevations of the roof, you'll see me recommending to you that when you add the gutters and downspouts, that you have the downspouts tied into the drainage system that is in place over in the planter areas on both sides of the home. You'll see me mention that on the hose bib that's behind the home and over next to the garage, there are no anti-siphon devices installed on the hose bibs. It'd be a good idea to have some anti-siphon devices installed on the hose bibs. Okay, let's go. 50-gallon water heater located in the garage. It already has an internal water heater blanket, so there's no need to add an external water heater blanket. You will see me recommend to you that you upgrade the water heater installation with a drain pan that's piped to the outside of the garage, so that if the water heater leaks, water will not cause water damage to the walls surrounding the water heater. East corner of the home, on the wall you can see provisions for a future air conditioning system. There's a Freon line, and then there's an electrical cover plate on an electrical junction box designed for the if you should decide to add air conditioning. The wiring has been extended into the electrical panel, and the Freon lines are extended up into the attic area where the furnace is located. When I first got to the inspection, let me show you this if I may. When I first got to the home, the lowest breaker, this arc fault breaker here, was tripped. An arc fault breaker is designed to protect the home if there's any type of electrical voltage seeking into the wall in one of the bedrooms. It's not uncommon for an arc fault breaker to trip once in a while. However, I reset it when I first got here and then tested everything very carefully and do not find any evidence of leakage. If the arc fault breaker should trip again, I would recommend not turning the breaker back on and having an electrical contractor come on to determine whether it's a defective breaker or whether there's some type of damage to the wiring inside the walls of the bedrooms. And you can see what I'm talking about. Let me lift this blind real quick. Hold on. Okay, so now we're in the northeast bedroom, and we're looking at the roof that's outside the bedroom. You'll note there are some broken tiles. Looks like somebody may have stepped on them. You'll see me recommend that we get a roofing contractor out there to replace those tiles. That was the only damage that was visible. However, I do not walk tile roofs for inspection purposes. There's definitely no evidence of leaking in the attic area. I think that somebody just stepped on those, possibly to put up some Christmas lights or clean the windows or something. Room, and you'll see the drain pipe that extends through the floor. That drain pipe was designed to be installed into a plastic liner that would go under the washing machine, so that if the washing machine developed a leak, it would not cause water damage to the walls or the floor. I'm going to recommend that we have a plumber come down and replace the liner that was originally installed, and that the type of liner that's going to be replaced be the type that has provisions for a drain inlet that empties into that drain pipe. You'll also see me mention that they have a ground fault device over here. This is where your dryer would go. Typically, we don't want to see a ground fault device for a dryer because the motor in a dryer can cause the ground fault device to trip and then the clothes wouldn't be dry. You'll see me recommend that that ground fault device be replaced with a single purpose outlet that's not ground fault protected. Down there. You see the discoloration down there, Ivana?
I do.
Okay, so now we're in the downstairs bathroom looking at the base of the toilet. And I noticed there's some fungus on the vinyl flooring and some water staining. That's indicative that the wax seal between the toilet and the toilet flange may be leaking. I'm recommending that we have a plumber lift the toilet and replace the wax seal and then reset the toilet. But other than that, all three of the bathrooms are actually in very good condition. Overall, the house is actually in very good condition, getting past the painting and the floor covering. A little bit of plumbing under the kitchen sink, the wax seal of the toilet over there in the downstairs bathroom. Recommend, again, getting gutters and downspouts on all the roof shed elevations. I would recommend getting that one tile that's visible from the east hall bedroom, northeast hall bedroom repaired. Again, I'll recommend that San Diego Gas and Electric come down and light the pilots in all the gas appliances and verify that they all work correctly. And then lastly, recommending that the liner that was originally installed in the laundry room be replaced. I will be emailing you a copy of the report in the morning. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to pick up the phone and give me a call.
Thank you, Dan.
Yep.